They went below the belt. Literally. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we are counting down our picks for the top 10 low blows in anime.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at the times that heroes and villains in anime got their happy sacks pounded in. We're talking testicular termination, the destruction of a legacy, crotch shot central. As expected, get ready for a few spoilers down the line and way more puns than necessary. I'm Todd Haberkorn, and as a man who has real estate in the crotchial region, I've been a victim of getting hit in the hoo-hoo spot. It's memorable, it's painful, and I don't wish it on my worst nemesis.
Let's get ready to Mojo!
これでいいでござんすか?
Number 10, Ichigo goes hollow between the legs. Bleach.
You're not just gonna leave us here?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Just come with me.
While we're not saying that Ichigo couldn't do with some improvement when it comes to speaking to the ladies in his life, this particular lesson in etiquette was way more spicy than it had to be. Mostly due to Nell landing a point-blank blow straight to the family jewels.
Don't sweat it, you're not as heavy as you look.
While berating him for not discussing Orihime's weight with more subtlety, the Arrancar's lesson is slightly dampened due to the fact that Ichigo probably spent the whole conversation focused on how his personal Zanpakuto might now have a dent in it.
No matter what she weighs, you always tell her she's light as air, even if she's a hippo! Please stop, Nell. You're actually making me feel worse.
Number 9, Zatch gets it in the bells. Zatchbell.
だから、私は強くなる!
Just goes to show that even a pint-sized Momoto of unbelievable power like Zatch isn't that different from us regular folk. And by that we mean a solid kick to the balls still leaves him in absolute agony. However, in this instance, the pain of getting his magical beads shattered courtesy of Brago just about saved his life. If not for that timely intervention, Zatch could have been skewered by Maestro. Thankfully, his frenemy was there to block the attack with his foot, which just happened to be on an upwards trajectory that coincided with Golden Gash's bells. Ding ding. Number 8, Gin loses his Tama. Gintama. Only in this show could you have a tag team wrestling match that results in our hero desperately trying to magically reattach his balls. Never change, oh sweet silver soul. Taking on love rival Domon, for the most part, Gintoki looks all set to win his fight by a landslide, only to accidentally fall into Getomaru's massive spiked club. As a result, his chance at having a family are left rolling all over the ring, which leads the way to Domon and Seimei engaging in a mystical showdown, where they repeatedly abuse Gintoki's pride and joy. This one hurts to watch. Number 7, Sagara grinds some nut powder. Full Metal Panic, Fumofu. For those of you that looked at the original military action series and thought, give me more of that sweet high school romantic comedy, welcome to Nirvana. Not only is this a hilarious addition to FMP's content catalog, but also has this delightful scene. Ever wonder how someone like Sagara would best a karate master? Simple. Toss a grenade at him, knock him to the floor, and repeatedly blast his yam bag until it's nothing but dust. Not to add insult to injury, but can someone send me a gif of that? I need to send it to Gray. Number 6, Lucy's Great Eggscape, Fairy Tale. There's no better tactic for escaping imprisonment than nailing the jailer in his nutmegs and making a clean getaway. In this instance, Lucy has to try a lot harder than most, given how she was being held captive by none other than Phantom Lord's leader, Josei. Though the results still ended up turning out the same.
Please. I need to go to the bathroom.
Give me a break. You don't think I'd fall for the oldest trick in the book, do you?
Using the old I gotta pee trope, Lucy managed to outwit the creepy geezer by agreeing to do it in a bucket.
Guess it'll have to work.
Can I use it?
The moment he turned around, wham! Who needs magic when you've got leg day? R.I.P. Jose. Number 5, My Hero Clackerdamia. My Hero Academia. Deku may be used to breaking bones thanks to the force of his own quirk, but this might just be his most devastating injury yet. A potential strike to the scrotum courtesy of a brat named Koda.
It's nice to meet you.
What a low blow!
While the two would later reconcile down the line, there's no getting away from just how devastating this initial encounter was.
A punch to the scrotum is unforgivable!
The last thing I want is to hang with some wannabe heroes.
Do you have anything left to say, young man? Just be thankful that Uraraka didn't send you hurtling into space for wrecking her future hubby. Number 4, grabbing Franky by the nuts and bolts. One Piece. Well, I can think of worse ways to convince a guy to join a pirate crew.
It might get a little rough, but shall I lend a hand?
After the events of Ine's lobby, Franky is left with no choice but to join the Straw Hats on their whirlwind adventures now that he's got a bounty. Of course, it wasn't easy to win him over, though thankfully Robin had the obvious solution. Use her devil fruit to create a pair of hands that hold his robo balls in a vice grip until he submits.
Grab.
This probably looked a lot different in Franky's head when he imagined Miss Sunday getting a handful of his processing power, but hey, we can't all get what we want.
Robin! I still want him to be a man when he joins us! Lay off!
Number 3, Hoka Gonads equals destroyed. Naruto Shippuden. Jeez, where was this kid when the 4th Great Ninja War was going down? He straight up crushed Naruto's fox cubs before waltzing away without a care. While the agony of getting his little friend smashed to pieces is quite palpable, at least Naruto could take some solace in the fact that, yet again, this was only filler. Because if it wasn't, then it's likely Boruto never would have existed. On behalf of Shikadai Nara, losing Naruto's balls would certainly be a drag. Number 2, Erectile Dukakis gets castrated. Ixion Saga DT. A spiked boot right to the meat kiwis? No one deserves to go down that road, not even a pompous bastard like this guy. Unfortunately for the leader of Incognito, his injury was so severe that a doctor ended up having to surgically remove his precious plums for his own safety.
誠に残念ですが、片玉全摘です。
Whether you feel immense sympathy for Erectile over here or can't get enough of watching him get his crackers thrashed, it can't be denied that he has been set up for failure from birth. Oh, right, his name is a reference to ED, better known as erectile dysfunction. Way to take your destiny and grab him by the destiny. Before we reveal our number 1 dumpling-crushing pick, here are a few honorable mentions that are sure to leave many of you cross-legged. Number 1, Nut Punch Man. One Punch Man. Not exactly the most heroic way to take down an enemy, but then again, if Sonic was as good of a ninja as he said he was, then maybe he could have found a way to not land crotch first into the fist of the world's strongest man.
You just want to try out those honed and perfected moves on me. I can tell by that innocent smile of yours.
Thinking Saitama to be easy prey, the villainous shinobi sought to cut him to pieces with his superior speed, only to find himself unceremoniously colliding with what is arguably the deadliest weapon in all of anime, next to the Fire Dragon Iron Fist.
Checkmate. Oops. Sorry.
All we can say is R.I.P. Sonic's ball badgers. There is no coming back from that.
Next time we meet, it'll be your demise!
sure.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.